So real quick, it's not really alive. This is just me coming to you and asking for prayers. My grandson, Warren Levi, has had a spot on the back of his head. We were told yesterday by an ER that it was a hematoma. He just hit his head and that was the end of it. No, it's not. I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't. He was released from the hospital, and now all of a sudden, now all of his lymph nodes, all these knots are showing up. There is an infection somewhere, and I know this personally. No, I am not a doctor. No, I'm not. But I know something's wrong, and it's not a hematoma. It's not a goose egg that he just hit his back of his head. He can move it around, it's rubbery. It doesn't make any sense to me. And now all of a sudden, now he has knots. No, he has an infection somewhere in his immune system. He needs an antibiotic. Yes, we're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it. The reason I'm coming on here now is to ask you for your prayers and for your good energy. Would you please bless Orrin Levi with good thought healing prayers and what he needs? I know what it is, and Spirit already told me, and that's fine. He just needs an antibiotic. He just needs to be healed. We're going to do healings, and thank you, Nadia. Thank you, Nadia, for all the things that you did. And you cut a lot of stuff off of the past, and thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to be on here long. I just simply wanted to ask you for your prayers. I'm cleansing everything that I can cleanse. I'm fighting everything I can fight. He is miserable. He's not even 2 years old. And he has all these knots on his head and his throat. And I know what it is. I know what it is. And I'm going to do my part. And I'm not going to stay on here. But that baby is miserable. I don't even know what to say. I hate doctors. Have I ever said that before? I hate doctors. The assholes that put us through this weekend. I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. And they said it was nothing. It was a hematoma and he would get over it. No, I knew it wasn't right. He has an infection and it's in his lymph nodes, and I knew it. And now today he has all these knots in the back of his head, occipital lymph nodes. Oh, there's a term you don't understand. And then all these lymph nodes. No, I'm not talking about nasty and ugly cancer, because you can move these around. They're rubber bands. You just move them around. He has an infection. You know what he needs? Give him a prescription for amoxicillin. Just, I have amoxicillin in my reserve. But it's for adults, not a baby. I would literally break capsules and put it into applesauce if that's what I was doing. I can. I absolutely can heal him. But Jesus, can you not recognize what's happening? Nadia, thank you for everything that you've done. She recognized everything. She did some healing on him, and she saw like a lung respiratory infection. This is what happens when there's a respiratory infection or there's an ear infection, and all these lymph nodes, all of a sudden, within 24 hours, now he has all these knots. He's just walking around like this precious little. I know you're all going to tell me I'm nasty and ugly. He's just like, I know. And Wings told me, goes, okay, that's okay. So he's the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now he has all these knots. Yeah, he does. He has all these knots, and they're just big, swollen. They're in the back of his head. They're down his neck, and I knew exactly what it was. You know, people that okay. You know, people that I don't know if you heard the beeping or not, but I did. Um, People that just say that, well, you can't diagnose it because you're not a doctor. No, I'm not a doctor, and I absolutely agree with that. But do you know that I know enough to know that one of my babies either hit their head and it was a hematoma? And I said he never hit his head. He never hit his head. And I knew it. And within 24 hours, now he has all these knots in his lymph nodes. And I said, it's a lymph node infection. Son of a bitch. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. It's going to bother me. But I knew better. I knew better. It's his lymph nodes are swollen. His occipital lymph node is in the back of his head. This is connected to his eyes. All of a sudden, he started having a hard time. He was always rubbing his eyes, and they were always draining. They were blurring. He's running into stuff that it didn't make any sense. He's just running into stuff. He's just kind of all over the place. The last 24 hours, at least the last 12. And now, massive knots all the way through the lymph nodes, all the way to the thyroid. And I went, oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. It's put on my refrigerator. I don't really care right now. I just wanted to come on briefly and ask you if you would be in agreement with me in prayer. Yeah, the idiots in the ER have nothing. They didn't even actually see him. You know what they did? They sent out an RN and nurse. And I'm not being nasty and ugly towards RNs, or I'm not doing that. They sent out RN and then they sent out a resident, and they just wiggled around the back of his head, and they said, "No, it's a hematoma. You're fine. Just go home." It had already been there for 2 weeks, and that was my point. Well, now you get me. Now you get me. Because now I'm going to take this baby to a doctor, and now you get me, and it's nasty and ugly. So if you don't see me, it's probably because I'm in jail. This baby has these knots all over his head, his neck, and he just walks around like this. That is not okay. He has an infection and he needs an antibiotic. I know that. I'm not even a damn doctor, and I'll tell you that. Give me a damn break. I just wanted to come on briefly to let you know where I'm at and what I'm dealing with. Not keeping you. Stupid beeping. It's my refrigerator. I'll take care of it. But as of right now, thank you very much for coming on briefly. I just ask you for your prayers and your great energy in all the things that you're doing. I've pulled cards. I've done all that. But I ask you now for your great energy, all my brothers and sisters that are behind me, that you would come together as a collective and give him good energy. I know what the problem is. And I know whose asses I need to kick to make sure that it's done. I get it. If I end up in jail, Leah'll let you know. Just saying. But there's one thing you don't mess with, and that's my babies. He's okay. He's resting comfortably. I'm doing all my homeopathic. I'm doing all that. I've got eucalyptus working on him, and he actually feels better, and he went to sleep, and he feels good. But by God, and I have, just by the way, I have antibiotics in capsule form. I would have to break it apart and put it in applesauce and like feed it to him. I can do that, but we're not at the end of the world yet. We're not to that point. I would like to be able to take him and he can get his little pink medicine and that kind of stuff. And I want him to be able to get what he can for what I'm paying in insurance and that kind of stuff. No, insurance doesn't, that's not what I'm worried about. But you should be able to get it. I have all of that in my reserve, and I could break a capsule and put it in his applesauce and do it, and he'd be fine. I shouldn't have to. You don't have to agree with me. That's all right. No, I will. By God, I will. I know 24 hours is not going to make much difference. I mean, he's fine. He's fine. He's breathing. He's fine. I look at him and he's fine. Mama's got him upstairs. He just went to sleep. He's fine. They're a bunch of assholes. of what they require, because what the hospital required, you're a bunch of assholes. COVID, what did you, are you, no, we don't do that. Well, you're going to have to wait. Well, 9 hours later, no, a nurse comes out, wiggles something, and goes, no, he's fine. She did. And then 24 hours later, now all the lymph nodes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you get strep throat, you get sore throat, you get the flu, you know your lymph nodes swell. No, now he has all these little baby knots back of his head, down his throat, in his shoulders, in his armpits. That's where we take our baby's temperature when they're little. Oh no, they're all swollen. I said, yeah, it's lymph node infection, and this is what we need to do. And he needs an antibiotic. You're not a doctor? No, I'm not, but I'm not stupid. So I have a 24-hour battle of this mama bear is going to counteract what my daughter's mama bear is, because she just gave up. And I said, I don't think you know who you're messing with. Bubba's fine. Orin Levi will be fine. I came on here today to ask you for your prayer. He'll be fine. I'm not worried about him. That's my refrigerator beeping, by the way. Don't care. I'll figure that out in a minute. But like I said, I just came on here to ask your prayers, your energy, put that good effort out there. I will be on here tomorrow. I know I have to do that. I have to do that. And then Tuesday, my son has a doctor appointment with his diabetic doctor tomorrow. That's a thing. And then Tuesday is my husband's birthday. It's Lee's birthday. But I also have to get my daughter into her eye appointment. And then I have to follow up with Orin Levi's doctor and all that. I'm going to do everything I can do. I will be here. I promise. I'm doing the best I can. I promise. I'm doing the best I can. It's, Joe, you're fine. You can fight for me, honey. Doing the best I can. This shit is real, and I know that at some point my family's being attacked, and that's okay. But I got it. I got it. I got it. Dragonfly, thank you, Barb. Joe, I love you. Caroline, honey, aren't you? You're just so precious. You just keep working. It's me. It is what it is. I'm going to pull it together, and I'm going to bring it all together, and I'm going to keep updating you just so you know we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Bubba's going to be okay. Little Bubber Deuce. That's what I call him. He's my little Bubber Deuce. He's all right. We're going to do it. He's going to be okay. I love you. And we're going to make it work. And I'll be back. And I'll update you. Thank you for being here. Dragonfly, there's no rest. It's okay. It's all right. I know you're here. Just pray. Just put out good energy. I'm going to figure it out. You know me. I'll come back swinging. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I will keep you posted. Y'all just pray for the little man. Y'all just pray for the little man and it'll be all right. I, I just don't have any words. I'm just blank. I'm tired, but I'm determined and I will fight. I'm going to figure this out. But thank you for stopping in and saying hi. I know it's late. I'm sorry. But we can't time problems, can we? But thank you. But just put your good energy out there and little man, little oil, that baby. Yesterday when he went to the doctor, he just cried. He said, Mimi, help me. You know how hard it is not to punch somebody out because he cries. Mimi, help me. That's my little star baby. All of them are. But he's not feeling well, so I'm just going to end it because I can't do this. Y'all put your good energy out there and pray for him. Or Levi's going to be okay. And I know it. I know it. And I'll keep you posted. I promise. I promise. And if you need anything in the meantime, please, by all means, do it. I don't forget you. I promise. But just pray for him. Put good energy out for him. He's gonna be all right. I already know it. I saw it. I have to cry it out because if I don't, then I am not real. And then I'm a liar. I have to cry it out. I am human just like everybody else. And I'm worried about my family. If I'm a mess, I know exactly everybody else is a mess too. Everybody else that calls me and has problems, they're a mess too. I am a mess too. And that's why I give you honest answers. It's not a prop to my show. I don't really care. I'm just telling you, I'm real too. We all feel these things, and this is what makes us raw and real. You can do give it to me straight, and that's perfect. Raw and real, that's this. Because I'll even tell you, I can't even answer your questions right now because I'm a mess. Let me take a second. I'll get my shit together and then I can help you. And that's the way I feel. We'll always help you. But I have problems too. Tarot readers are not perfect. Tarot readers are they just have a gift of using a tool. I'm not sitting here splitting hairs and to explain all that crap. Apparently, that's supposed to be the new rule. I don't really give a shit. Who cares? I do what I do, you do what you need to do, and just understand I'm a real person, you're a real person, and I will always be here. But at this very moment, I would like for you to pray for my grandson. His name is Oren Levi. Orenlevi. Last name Ryder. Rider. Please pray in positive energy for Oren Levi Ryder that he has the best outcome ever. I know in my energy, I've already seen it. I've already seen all the problems. All of his lymph nodes are so swollen with infection. Nadia's helped me on this, and she said, I see something and I didn't see it. And she goes, well, I really do. Praise you, Nadia. Thank you so much, girlfriend. Now I see it. Yesterday they came out and said, no, nothing's wrong. And then this morning, now all these knots are breaking out. Don't trust mankind. Trust your gut. That's all I got to say. I will be back on here tomorrow. I do want to do a show tomorrow. I know. All of you are going to lecture me. Really, Jen? Just take care of your own family. Do what you got to do. We'll catch up with it. Well, I understand that. But I really want to come on here tomorrow. I want to do a show. I want to, well, at least catch you up of what's going on. And then Tuesday is Lee's birthday. It's just a whole lot of bullshit. No, that his birthday's bullshit. I'm not saying that. Y'all just understand. Good Lord Jesus. I got to explain everything. No. It's going to be okay. Jen, you lost your shit needing to get some sleep. Well, no kidding. But I will. But thank you for your prayers and all the beautiful things that you're doing. And that little baby is going to be all right. Because I'll give my life for him. That little baby starseed is 10 times greater than I could ever be. Ever. And he's precious. He's going to be all right. But I ask for prayers and your good energy and all that vibration stuff that we've talked about. Thank you very much. And thank you, Nadia. No. You helped me through it too. I love y'all. You hear from me, you don't hear from me, but you know where my brain is at right now and what's going on. And if it doesn't work, Carolyn, thank you so much. She's making me thumbnails. If I can't be on here, she said, okay, due to family. I'm using one tonight. And I'm like, well, I'm actually still on live. That's because I'm batshit crazy. Just go with it. Just deal with batshit crazy. Jen's batshit crazy. But I'm true. And I love you. And thank you. Thank you. Every last one of you, thank you. Caroline, Joe, Gail, Dragonfly. And all the people are going to see on the replay, every last one of you are my family, and thank you so much. This shit is not fun. And watch me fight. Because whatever is attacking my grandbaby, I will simply say, I'm coming. I'm coming.